Oh, I didn't taste it. Oh my God. Hello everyone! Thank you for tuning into my channel. Today I want to talk to you guys about something that I'm going to be trying out. If you are like someone who actively has been watching YouTube videos, then you know for some time now that a lot of people have been trying out celery juice as a way to like jump on a trend because other people have tried it, and I guess those videos have gone viral. And then there are people who have actually made legitimate effort to try the celery juice out to see if there would be any health benefits. I'm not sure when this video will go out because I am trash when it comes to putting out videos like the same week that I put them out. I used to be so good about that, but that doesn't happen anymore. So as I record this video, it is Sunday, April 7th. The last day of March, I went to the doctor. I did an annual physical, and my doctor told me after my blood work came in 4 days later that there were some concerns about the creatinine levels in my blood. When they see high levels of creatinine in your blood, it lets them know that there's something not going well with your kidney, because your kidney would regulate that. And you know, as your kidney's filtering your blood, it would make sure that there weren't high levels of creatinine in your blood. 3 days after getting the call about my creatinine levels, I did an ultrasound. Everything showed up fine. They also did a renal Doppler where they checked like the veins and the arteries and the blood flow to your kidneys, and everything was great. Went back for another blood test, which was actually 1 week to when I had gotten the previous blood test. Not that much time. In fact, my doctor says it wasn't a lot of time, but I think in my mind, I felt like going for my blood work was a good idea because like in the TV shows and the movies, they do tests and that, you know, they're able to like repair things right away. So I think I just was under the impression that it's been a week, like if whatever it is that we did should be going out of my system. That wasn't the case. My doctor doesn't feel like we gave enough time, but she basically said she wants me to see a nephrologist, and a nephrologist is a kidney doctor. She says that she doesn't believe that there's anything wrong with me. She thinks I may be sensitive to environmental things or maybe medication that I was on or some over-the-counter stuff. Like she just doesn't really think that this is a thing, but she does want to cross all of her T's, dot all of her I's, and make sure that she's checked it out to the best, most thorough possibility that she can. So with that being said, I was looking up kidney cleanses and kidney detoxes, and a common ingredient that comes up is celery, parsley, and dandelion root. So with me having watched a lot of those,
I drank celery juice for 7 days, this is what happened. I drank celery juice for 30 days, this is what happened.
not really thinking that I would ever in fact do it, because I don't like celery juice. You guys know, for those of you who have been around for a while, I used to juice faithfully like every single day, and I loved it, but I would not add celery because anytime a recipe called for celery, I noticed that I would not enjoy the recipe very much because celery is so bitter. It really just completely changes the flavor of everything. And if you don't like celery, like I don't like celery, I don't care how good the juice is, you just can't taste anything but the celery. So when I would remove celery from a recipe, I would love the recipe, add celery to a recipe, and I didn't like it. I'm not talking about a whole sleeve of celery. I'm talking about 1 or 2 stalks, pieces, and it would just ruin the juice. So I never imagined that I would actually do like a celery cleanse or do the I drank celery for this many days type of challenge, or have that even be a video option that I would create for content. I just enjoyed watching it, and I love watching videos about wellness and health. So for me, it's interesting to watch. You know, if ever someone in my family ran into a condition, I could be like, hey, I learned about celery juice when I was watching these videos, let's try that. So initially, I was planning on just eating it because I enjoy celery with peanut butter. I was like,
I could just eat some celery and I would be fine.
but the research that I did on a website called Goop, they basically said that you can eat celery, and of course you can eat it and it's healthy and it's good for you, but drinking the juices removes, as we all know, it removes all the fiber, it removes all the pulp. When you do an entire group of celery, it makes about 16 ounces, and I would never be able to eat an entire package of celery, right? I would never. who can do that. If you're having that much of the celery juice on a daily basis, you're consuming way more celery than you ever would have been able to eat whole. So I was like, that makes sense, okay. And then also it talked about the different properties of the celery juice and the various benefits. So it's not only good for detoxing and cleansing your kidneys, but it's also good for high blood pressure, high cholesterol. There was a number of other things, but I just don't remember right now. What I'll do is I'll share the link with you to the articles that I've been researching and reading. I also watched a video by Dr. Eric Berg. I've talked about him, actually not on this channel. I talked about him on Instagram because I talked about my intermittent fasting, which I've never talked about here, and I probably should have. But yeah, Dr. Eric Berg has some things about it and whatnot, and he also talks about celery. So yeah, so today is gonna be day one. I'm kind of doing it wrong because first, the article says that you should be drinking celery juice on an empty stomach. So at the time that I'm making this video, it's 2:14. I've had breakfast, I've had lunch. I'm not doing it on an empty stomach, but it did say that if you are not doing it on an empty stomach, like it's still okay to drink it. You're not gonna hurt yourself or harm yourself, but it's much better. It's much more effective if you do it on an empty stomach. So I'm gonna have it. It's okay. I just wanna get in the habit of doing it. And then I'll start tomorrow on an empty stomach. 2, it says that you should just have just the celery, but I already explained to you that I don't really care for celery, don't really like it. So I did cut it with 1 apple. In the article, it does say that if you can't tolerate the taste of the celery, you can go with cucumber juice for a few days until you can get used to that, then swap out the cucumber for celery. It also says that you can add an apple or you can add a lemon or some ginger to the juice until you can get used to the flavor. So I'm going to try as often as I can just to see, okay, can I enjoy just the celery? Do I need an apple? It's very likely that 1 apple to an entire bunch of celery is not gonna make much of a difference to me because I don't like it in juice form. So who knows? But let me just show you my juice and then I'm gonna have a swig. And what I'll do is I'll come back every day and just kind of do like a quick little 30 to 60 seconds. I mean, who am I kidding? Talking for 30 to 60 seconds is gonna be hard. It's already been almost 9 minutes. But just kind of like I just had my juice and that kind of thing, or maybe just a video of me sipping it. I don't know, but we'll put it together and I'll show you what I did. So let's go see that juice. I'm gonna walk inside the house now. And my husband's gonna be juicing as well. Here's our juicer. This is the Omega. I've had this for a while and we're juicing. So here's my juice that I made. It's already separated because it's been sitting here for a while. This is day 1. On a scale from 1 to 10, like 1 being, I guess, disgusting, and 10 being, oh my God, I love this. It's not 1, it's not 2. Honestly, it ain't even that bad. It ain't a 10, I love it, but it ain't like a, maybe like a 6. I did put an apple in there, I did talk about that. And I will say also too, it's super smooth. That really helps. If it was pulpy, I don't know if I could do this. Are you supposed to just like chug it?
How many days of drinking something does it take for your body to take effect?
That's a good thing to research. I don't know if you heard him, but he said I should look up how many days of drinking this would it take before my body starts getting affected by it. It could be the apple, babe, but this really isn't bad. Oh, I should also probably mention, I took the leaves off. They say that the leaves make it really bitter. So I took the leaves off for mine. My husband used his leaves plus my leaves. So mine is not as bitter, probably because of that too. And also I did put an apple, and apples are super sweet. I would also like to mention that we eat pretty damn healthy, right? Like juicing and having fruit juices, fresh juices, smoothies, low sodium type foods. We eat lots of veggies. I can kill 2 groups of asparagus, broccoli, kale, spinach, Brussels sprouts, celery, carrots, potatoes. We eat these things on a regular basis. We don't suffer through these things. So I will also like to make that clear, because if you suffer through vegetables and you're like, I just want carbohydrate and your protein, and like vegetables kind of like I can totally do without, I can see you struggling through this. My fear was way bigger than maybe that helped, but the fact that I was so like, this is gonna taste disgusting because I hate celery juice, or I hated how it would make my fruit juices taste, I should say, because that's all I could taste, but it's not bad. Can I get you drinking? Just over here next to me. He's having 24 ounces of it. This is 16. Cheers.
It's very bitter. Taste it.
I don't, but I will. Taste mine. I can see that it's way more green.
Oh yeah, it's not bitter.
Yeah, mine is kind of sweet, right?
Yeah, taste it.
Oh, I didn't taste it. Oh my God. Oh my God. If I was drinking that, I think that this wouldn't work for me. He's killing it. He's almost done. It's just hard for me to drink juices in general. Like, if I have a cup of juice and I have a glass of water, like at breakfast or something, I'm gonna drink my whole water and the juice is gonna just be sitting there. I'm gonna be nursing that juice slowly, slowly. But when it comes to water, guys, I can kill some water. But with juices, I can't do that. I'm just not a real big juice person. As like a beverage, it's more of like a, I guess like a snack. Like I need to nurse it.
It kills on mine though.
Wow.
That was horrible.
That was horrible. He's done. The temperature of it also is very nice. It's not cold. It's not warm. Okay, this video is getting long now, so we're gonna go. But I like it. I cleaned my celery, took off the bushy heads. Gonna save the bushy heads for my husband. And now I am juicing. And here we get a little bit of a pulp that gets left over. It's not usually much, but because a lot of it does come out. I'm gonna have 1 apple also as a part of my celery juice. Okay, so you can see here between the celery and the apple, this is the pulp that, even though this is a masticating juicer and it gets a lot of the stuff out, there's still this fine pulp. You know, it's not exactly as thick and stringy as this pulp here, but these little pieces I don't like, so that's why I strain, okay? So here's the juice that I've gotten from 1 head of celery and 1 gala apple. This is a 16-ounce mason jar, so it's close to 12 as we saw when I showed it here. And this is what's left. My daughter has asked if she can have some, so that she can have a sip. This is mommy's drink, so just a sip. Go ahead. What do you think? Gross? Disgusting? Okay. Some pulp got out. I'm gonna sift this again because that's gonna be hard to drink. Okay, let's try this again. I strained it again. Okay, better. I'm having it today on a empty stomach. Last night I was really gassy. I don't know if it was a celery juice. I took a Gas X, but I was so gassy last night. All right, did that. Getting ready for the gym now. I'm having my celery juice on an empty stomach, as recommended, to reap the majority of the benefits. I cut off the leaves on the bottom, and I have 1 apple. I don't think this celery is big because it's not yielding as much. And all the celery is already juice. So this was a little celery. I didn't even get 8 today. Well, a little over 8. Usually it's 16, right? This was a little celery. So following my celery juice, I then have something light for breakfast. The celery juice is not a meal replacement. I have that, and then I'm having a slice of wheat toast with peanut butter and strawberry preserves. And I'm about to go work out at the gym with the trainer, so I need some energy to help me get through it. And when I don't work out with my trainer, I'm doing cycling and burning anywhere between 530 and 730 calories, and I have to eat. Okay, it's day 5 of our celery juice. I just made the juices for my husband and I. This one's mine, this one's his. His is a lot darker because I take out all the leaves. I don't use the leaves on mine. I have 1 head of celery and 1 apple in both of ours, except he has all of his leaves plus mine. It's Friday, day 6, and I just finished my celery juice. Every time my husband makes the juice for me, he just makes way more than I make. I think this was like almost to about 18 ounces today. I don't know how he does it, but I just finished my celery juice. He finished his celery juice. This is gonna be the last juice for the week. I am going to break for Saturdays and Sundays, even though my day 1 was a Sunday. I just wanted to like get in the groove, but I'm gonna do it Monday through Friday. My husband is deciding whether or not he's gonna do Monday through Friday like me, or if he's gonna continue Saturdays and Sundays on the weekend. Just to give you like some final thoughts and stuff like that, I really didn't have a hard time like with the celery juice. I didn't. I was sharing my experience on Facebook and also on Instagram. A lot of people were asking like, how does it taste? I mean, the taste is very direct. It tastes like celery. It's not anything that's delicious, but it's also not that bad. And like I said in the earlier part of the video that people on Instagram and Facebook didn't watch, of course, is that it is green. It's gonna taste really healthy. It's very, very, very green. Like it is celery in its purest form. If you're juicing and you do not strain and you get little bits in your mouth, it's gonna ruin it for you. Do what I did. And even though you may have an amazing juicer like I do, just strain. Strain so you get only the fluid, only the clear, smooth juice, nothing else. Did I see any changes in my body this week by doing the celery juices? I will say that at night, I am very, very gassy, like bad gassy. I don't know if it's from the celery juices. I'm not usually gassy like that in the evening, but I've been gassy. Oh my God. I haven't seen any impact on like my skin personally, but I also eat very healthy. I drink 60 to 80 ounces of water a day. So it is very difficult for me as someone who lives a plant-based lifestyle. You know, my family and I, we eat mainly vegan. I do work out every single day for the most part. I cycle in the gym. I work out with a trainer once a week. I do my Peloton at home. So I live fit. So going from what I'm already doing and incorporating celery juice in my diet, you know, I take a multivitamin, I take a B12, I take a vitamin D, and then just adding celery juice, I really cannot say like, OMG, this celery juice has made such a big difference in my body and my digestive system. I can't say that. I just can't say that because I can't see that. But if you are living like you're not eating well, you're not as healthy as I am, you know, I don't know. Maybe you may be like,
Oh my God, I'm seeing a difference in my skin. I'm seeing a difference in my hair.
my body is good. Why I did this though was because I wanted to flush my kidneys and give my kidneys a cleanse, because I'm going to be having an appointment on Monday, which is in 3 days from now, this video, with a kidney doctor to see what's going on, right? I told you guys in the first part of this video that my doctor saw high levels of creatinine in my blood, and she's like, I don't know what's going on because you're really healthy and this is weird. So let's go through these steps to get you checked out. So I'm doing this so that when I go to that doctor's appointment on Monday, and moving on into the future, of course. I've done something, I don't know if you would call this holistic, natural. I've taken a homeopathic approach, non-medicinal approach to helping make sure that my results are better. So I will know on Monday, and I will see about giving you guys an update. I don't know if they're gonna do blood, but I don't know if it will be a part of this video or if it will just be another video all on its own about did the celery juice work. But that's why I did this. I encourage you to try this out. I am not done. This is not a, oh, I tried out celery juice for a week type of like experiment and then I'm done with it. I am going to continue to do this, especially if the results don't come back as favorable as I would like them to be. I'm going to still be doing this. If the results do come back favorable, then this must have done something, because just a week and 2 weeks ago when I did blood work, the results weren't favorable. So if this helped, I'm gonna stick with it. If it didn't help, I'm sticking with it. So this is not the end. Maybe I can do like I did celery juice for like a month update so you guys can see how everything went. But this is my end of my social sharing. This is the end of the video portion of it. So I hope this was helpful. Definitely let me know in the comments. If there are any comments, ask them. I'll do my best to answer them. I said I'll share links in the description of the websites that I've read. Yeah, let me know if you wanna know anything. And of course, as always, I love you for watching. Bye.
Celery.